This is Valley News Live at noon.
The Red River Women's Clinic in Fargo is likely on its final day as the abortion ban is expected to go into effect tomorrow in North Dakota. The clinic is $40,000 away from that $1 million goal as they look to move their operations to Moorhead. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling is outside the clinic live with what is happening there right now. Good afternoon, Aaron.
Well, Jordan, I'm outside the clinic. What is presumably the final day for the abortion clinic as the abortion ban will go into effect tomorrow. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see that, you have volunteers, but you also have some protesters as well. Both sides of the argument are here, in representation. One thing that Attorney General Drew Wrigley had said in his statement is that the operations need to cease on July 28th, which is tomorrow. And as we are saying, both sides have shared their emotional sides of the story. And this has been going on for the past few weeks. Reporting live in Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
Aaron reporting live downtown. Thank you very much. And the abortion clinic did file an injunction on that trigger law. We have yet to hear whether it will in fact take effect tomorrow or not. We'll be at the clinic all day and have more from there throughout the later shows. Meanwhile, the Justice Department has a new webpage to help people impacted by the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade reversal. The department's Reproductive Rights Task Force set up that page yesterday on the DOJ's website. The webpage includes a section called Protecting Access to Reproductive Services. It's for people who have been threatened or discriminated against for seeking an abortion. The site directs them on where to report the threats. They go to either the FBI or the Department of Health and Human Services, depending on that situation. Taking that live look outside right now for our weather, we are looking at our Grand Forks sky cam right now. You see those flags blowing in the wind. Cooler day outside, pleasant if you don't love the intense heat. Lisa Green has a first check of our Wednesday forecast. Good afternoon, Lisa.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's been a day of change today, too. We started with some sunshine, but you can see that we're starting to cloud up a little bit in Grand Forks. We've got some of that wind, as we just mentioned, blowing in here out of the northwest at Home of Economy in Grand Forks. So some changes already showing up on our sky cam as our next chance for some rain showers and those cooler conditions blow in. In fact, we're still at 68 degrees in Devil's Lake with more clouds developing there. It's 71 in Bemidji. Grand Forks also at 71. Southern Valley a little bit sunnier. Fargo's at 73. It's 74 in Jamestown, and Fergus Falls 73. And for some of us, this might be as high as we go today because of what's coming. You can see on our radar and satellite picture, this is our visible satellite map here. See those puffy white clouds popping up there, those cumulus clouds developing as we've been heating up today. And we've got the rain approaching from the north. So that's going to take over in the Northern Valley over the next couple of hours, and we'll experience another round of some rain, some showers there first, and that may keep your temperatures down for the rest of the afternoon as they move in. And then on top of that, we've got the winds coming in with this latest round. Winds are going to be out of the northwest or north, and so they're going to be moving in that cooler, drier air, and we've got gusts that'll be in the 20s and even some 30s coming up as we make our way into the afternoon. So we'll talk more about this, about the timing of the rain and thunder showers, who will be impacted, who may not see any at all. And, it has been cooler. So we're going to talk about when that summertime heat will return coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, Lisa, thank you this afternoon. We have breaking news right now. One of the former officers involved in George Floyd's death is sentenced to 3 years in prison for their role. J. Alexander King was just sentenced minutes ago for failing to give medical aid to George Floyd as he died on the streets. Tou Thao is also expected to be sentenced later today for his role in that same murder. New at noon, a Minnesota woman is accused of a number of disturbing crimes against dogs at her home. 40-year-old Michelle Karch of Fox Home is charged with multiple animal abuse charges. Authorities say they found 2 dead dogs at her home and a dog incredibly malnourished. Karch originally tried to say the dogs were sick, but a veterinarian says that's not likely. Officials also found cats, a pony, and a horse without food at that home as well. New at noon, the house involved in a major drug raid in South Fargo already has crews working to secure the condemned building. The city said no one is allowed to live there after inspectors found mold and major structural issues at that home in the 900 block of 5th Street South. Neighbors say that house has been trouble for quite some time. It was the site of a standoff and bust yesterday that landed 4 people in jail on multiple charges, ranging from open warrants to drug charges. One woman is dead following a crash with a garbage truck in west central Minnesota. It happened yesterday in Kandiyohi County, just southeast of Willmar. Authorities say a 56-year-old woman driving a van crashed with the garbage truck driven by a 47-year-old man. That woman was pronounced dead at the scene. The man was not seriously hurt. The president is back to working in person after 2 COVID test results came back negative. President Joe Biden has been working in isolation for the past 5 days after having a mild case of COVID. Last night he tested negative and did so again this morning. The president is again urging people to get shots and boosters, saying, quote, COVID isn't gone. The World Health Organization is now saying you should reduce sexual partners to avoid getting monkeypox. This comes as Minnesota now has 25 monkeypox cases in the state. North Dakota has reported 1 case so far on the eastern part of the state. Health experts say to help prevent further spread, you should avoid touching anyone who is infected and avoid sharing things like towels. There are already vaccines for the disease, but supplies are limited right now. Coming up at noon, getting more expensive. The feds are expected to make a decision that could be a tough one for you and your family. But next, we are staying a bit cooler today. Lisa Green has a check of your forecast, plus when some rain could pop up in the region.